Welcome back to Legal Verdict Daily. Today on Am I the Asshole, my friend is chronically late and gets furious when I give her the wrong time. Let us inspect the evidence. So here is how it all started. I am a 20-year-old woman, and I have a friend who is chronically late. And I mean chronically late. Hold on a second. Let us talk about how late we are talking here, because there is being 5 minutes behind schedule. And then there is total disrespect for everyone else's time. We are not talking about 5 or 10 minutes either. If we agree to meet at 6 o'clock in the evening, she will usually show up around 6:45 or even 7 o'clock. We have talked about it so many times. And every single time she apologizes and says she will do better. A brand new promise every single time. And the exact same result every single time. It is almost like her words mean absolutely nothing. This lateness has caused real problems before. She was almost an hour late to another friend's birthday dinner, and our whole group lost the reservation. She was also late to a friend's going away party and missed most of it because everyone had already started saying their goodbyes. Sue. That is rough. My heart goes out to this friend group. One birthday dinner lost, one going away party ruined. And all of this happens before we even get to the medical emergency. Once, she was supposed to pick me up for a doctor's appointment and showed up 50 minutes late. So I had to take an Uber and still ended up missing the appointment. I had to pay a cancellation fee to reschedule it. Are you kidding me? 50 minutes late to drive someone to the doctor. The original poster had to pay money out of her own pocket for a cancellation fee because of this irresponsible friend. I can name at least 20 such instances from the top of my head. And the thing that really gets me is that if someone else is late, even by 10 or 15 minutes, she will sometimes make a huge deal about it. Classic, she sees 10 minutes from anyone else as a major crime, but 50 minutes from her is completely fine. Double standards at their absolute finest. It has happened maybe twice, so I do not want to exaggerate, but it definitely feels hypocritical, given how often she is late herself. At this point, our friend group has basically learned to expect it from her. The audacity, the entire friend group, has been conditioned to expect failure. She has turned punctuality into a complete joke. Last week, a few of us were going out for dinner. We had a reservation for 6:30. So I told everyone to be there by 6:15. She said she would leave her house at 6 o'clock. Oh boy, she said she would leave her house at 6 for a 6:30 reservation. We all know how this math ends. See. At 6:20, she texted saying she was leaving now. I was honestly fed up. So I messaged her that the reservation was postponed to 7 o'clock instead. Everyone else knew what I had done. Hold on a second. She texted at 6:20 that she was just leaving her house. That means she was going to be terribly late again. So the original poster took matters into her own hands. We got there at 6:15, had dinner together, and when she finally showed up at 7:35, she was obviously furious that we had already eaten. Unbelievable. 7:35, she showed up 35 minutes after the fake 7 o'clock time if they gave her the real time. She would have arrived after the restaurant closed. She asked why I had lied to her, and I told her that when I give her the actual time, she does not show up until an hour later anyway. Yeah, right, she wanted an explanation, so she got the brutally honest truth. You give her the real time. She wastes your life for an hour. She said that was completely different and that I deliberately set her up to be late. She also said she trusted me to give her the correct time, and that I had no right to teach her a lesson. The audacity. She talks about trust after breaking her promises 20 times. She claims she trusted the original poster, but she never respected anyone else's schedule. I told her I was tired of constantly waiting for her and having everyone else's plans revolve around her lateness. She called me manipulative and said she does not want to make plans with me anymore. That is rough. After missing reservations, missing doctor's visits, and costing people real money, she turns around and calls the victim manipulative. Welcome back to the middle of the breakdown on Legal Verdict Daily, before we examine the comments and legal principles. Let us check the massive update the original poster added to her story. A lot of people are asking why I do not just give her an earlier time. We actually tried that. We would tell her things started 30 minutes earlier, and eventually she figured it out and started treating that as the fake time too. Are you kidding me? She cracked the code on the false times and decided to deliberately be late to the fake times as well. This is not accidental lateness anymore. This is pure malice. At this point, the entire friend group is just exhausted. We have all waited for her, missed reservations because of her, rearranged plans around her, and heard the same "I am sorry it will never happen again" speech dozens of times. My heart goes out to this friend group. Dealing with a person who constantly breaks their word will wear down even the most patient people in the world. I think everyone was pretty much at the point where nobody wanted to keep accommodating it anymore. I know lying to her was not exactly mature and kind of petty on my part, but honestly I was frustrated and wanted her to understand how ridiculous it feels when someone constantly treats your time like it does not matter. Oh boy, she calls it petty, but the rest of the world calls it a long overdue reality check. Now let us dive into the community reaction on Reddit, where thousands of users weighed in on this exact scenario. The top comment comes from user HappyPlant458. User HappyPlant458 writes, "Oh no, the horror, whatever will you do," with a heavy sarcasm tag. And votes not the asshole. Yeah, right, that comment is dripping with pure sarcasm. The community immediately saw through the late friend's fake outrage and mocked her refusal to make plans ever again. Then the original poster, user SmoothSpell7918, replied directly to that comment. The original poster writes, "That was my exact reaction too, like I know I am supposed to feel bad. But after months of this, I mostly thought, okay, good for me. I obviously do not want to lose a friend, but I can only take so much. Her influence must have rubbed off on me, because I was late to end this friendship. Die." Unbelievable. That final sentence is absolute gold. She said she was late to end the friendship. She turned her friend's worst habit into the ultimate farewell line. The community consensus was overwhelmingly supportive of the original poster. When a person demonstrates zero respect for your time over 20 separate occasions, you are under no obligation to protect their feelings when your patience finally runs out. Now let us examine this situation from a legal and contractual perspective. While a social dinner between friends is not an enforceable business contract, the legal concepts underlying this dispute are extremely clear. When two parties agree to meet at a specific time, they are establishing an informal agreement based on mutual reliance. First, Let us look at the doctrine of detrimental reliance, also known as promissory estoppel, when the late friend promised to drive the original poster to her medical appointment. The original poster relied on that promise to her own financial damage. That is rough, because the friend was 50 minutes late. The original poster suffered a direct financial loss by paying an Uber fare and a non-refundable cancellation fee to the clinic. If this were a formal agreement, the original poster would have a valid legal claim to recover those financial losses from the party who breached the agreement. Second, consider the legal principle of time is of the essence in commercial contracts. This clause means that timely performance is a vital element of the agreement. When one party consistently fails to perform on time, it constitutes a material breach that discharges the non-breaching party from any further obligation. Let us apply these legal principles to what would happen if a case like this ever entered a civil courtroom or small claims tribunal. The late friend claimed that the original poster committed fraud and deception by providing a false time for the dinner reservation. Imagine standing before a judge and claiming emotional damages because your friends ate dinner without you after you showed up an hour late for the 20th time. Under the legal doctrine of clean hands, a party seeking equitable relief or complaining about misconduct must be free from unfair conduct regarding the matter in dispute. The late friend created the entire pattern of deception through her own repeated breaches. Furthermore, under the doctrine of estoppel, a person is prevented from asserting a claim that contradicts their own previous actions and statements. Because the late friend established a consistent pattern of ignoring agreed times, and even ignoring fake earlier times. She legally waived her right to demand strict adherence to time statements from others. Her own conduct directly caused the defensive measures taken by the original poster. It is time for the final verdict on Legal Verdict Daily on the Am I the Asshole scale. Scores range from 1 to 5, where 1 means totally the asshole and 5 means completely justified. The original poster tried talking directly to her friend. The friend group tried setting earlier fake times. The friend broke those boundaries every single time and caused financial loss during a doctor appointment. Hold on a second. The late friend had 20 chances to fix her behavior. Instead of apologizing, she accused the victim of being manipulative when her own game finally stopped working. The original poster earns a clear 5 out of 5 on the not the asshole scale. Her decision to give a fake time was a reasonable defense against chronic disrespect. And that is our final verdict for today on Legal Verdict Daily, if you agree that punctuality and respect matter. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another breakdown. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Keep your promises, and we will see you in the next episode.